Welcome to WBC's Masterclass Mondays. We're so excited today to be here with Miss Denise Marcia because, this is our Boss Up segment where we talk to women bosses. We want to understand a little bit more about how you got to be the boss that you are. Are you born a boss? Did you become a boss? Did someone make you a boss? So I just want to delve into that just a little bit because we believe that there are myths and there are ideas about women who run their own companies. We want to dispel those, but tell us a little bit about what it is that you do.
I am a personal branding coach. And I became that because I was fed up with working for other people, fed up with seeing other people get to levels that I wanted to get to. And people would call me a well dressed slave because I would give people a lot of information about how they can move to the next level, but I wasn't using it and
Mm,
I wasn't getting paid for it. So my thing was, no, wait a minute, you're gonna have to put something together
all
and make
right.
it make it your
What they
own.
said, run me my money.
Run me my money. I wanted to run my own money.
That's
And
right.
so yeah. And so when I realized that what I do um, can be monetized, that's what I began to do. I started putting some structure to it. I started making connections, and having lived in Nashville, I was able to make this wonderful connection at an HBCU, Tennessee State. And I did a presentation for some conference leaders, honors conference leaders. And they were like, oh, yeah, we need you at our school to come and talk to our students, especially HBCU students. Black folk needed to know, especially if they're coming out of school, they're coming out of school with these 4-point GPAs and not having any idea how to navigate the corporate
So
market.
you help them navigate rough waters. Could you give me a feel for, the approach? Just I know that you are a hands-on person,
Yes.
and your strength is connecting with people, understanding what their strengths are. But can you talk to me a little bit about how does that look like if you're starting out and you're reaching out to those people who need a little bit more polish? Because sometimes we can be sensitive about those things.
Yeah, I think it starts with an understanding. You have to understand how to communicate and with whom you're communicating. And for me, I give the understanding of, and I use something called the 12 by 12 by 12 theory, and how people evaluate you or judge you based on these 12 things. First
Mhm.
is 12, the first 12 is 12 feet away. The way you walk into a room, your energy, how you take up space, your posture, your look, not only just what you're wearing, but your look. The second 12 is your grooming and hygiene.
Mm.
You can come, and you're fabulous. You walk into a room well, but your fingernails are dirty,
Mhm.
or you have an odor or bad breath.
Mhm.
Those kinds of things. That's the second 12, 12 inches away. And
Mhm.
then the third 12 is the first 12 words out of your mouth. The first 12 words out of your mouth will tell everything about who you are.
Power.
Yes, yes. So I start with that understanding and help people understand perceptions and impressions and how you can actually manipulate the perceptions for yourself so that you can grow your own career.
That's awesome. I'm struck by this idea. First of all, thank you for your service. It is a service, but not unlike the military, who you saving people from themselves. Because
Thank
sometimes
you.
that whole thing about you only get one chance to make a first impression, and so that's an awesome thing, especially when entrepreneurs are beginning to present themselves. But I want you to talk a little bit about how you walked into your power, because you mentioned
Mm.
that you were enabling and you were launching others. How did you walk into your power and decide, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it the right way?
Mm. See, I don't know about it being the right way, but it was the way that worked for me. And like I said, I was fed up. I was just fed up with working for other people and seeing them grow. And I'm giving them the tools in which they could grow within their own career. And I was like, you know what? I need to teach my people this because I was doing it with,
But
consumers.
you got to step out there on the water. When
I got
Jesus
you.
called Peter out
Yeah,
there,
yeah. He said,
he
well,
was right,
hmm
but in the middle of it, he kind of wavered.
hmm
So, did you have any points at which some of the challenges when you started to launch your own business that kind of make you wobble? Said maybe I need to go back and you know.
I had a great support system. I think that that was very, very important for me. But yeah, I did have those moments where I'm like, I'm really not sure this is going to work. And just trying to put all the little pieces together, my background being theater, and then, of course, the certification I have in etiquette and those different kinds of things, and then my life experiences. And yeah, it was a little trepidatious in the beginning. When I was like, okay, so I'm gonna make this my own, and I started it out as a hobby. I kept a job. I
Mm.
kept a little part-time job. And I got to the place where I was like, okay, now I'm going to make this part-time job really part-time just to pay my insurances, but I want to step out and do. Fortunately, my support system backed me up and they were like, okay, I'm going to put you in this school, and this school, and you begin to travel the HBCU circuit. But I wasn't able to launch until actually almost 20 years down the line,
Mm.
when I just said, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to do this and this alone.
All right, when the side hustle become the main cashola, when your passion, as my young lady said the other week, becomes your paycheck.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
that is
That's it.
awesome. So the WBC Richmond is a women's business center that's dedicated to taking and exploring all of these opportunities for the benefit of our community in general. Just like my mentor, Mike King, we believe that
Yes.
business can make communities better. And what you've shared with us today is an awesome blessing. So I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for what you do. This is the WBCR Masterclass Mondays with Dr. Dan.